What's up everybody, Anton Anderson here, co-founder of Elite Resource Team, and in today's video I wanted to share a really short but I think simple and effective way to not only get meetings with centers of influence but ensure that they go well. And it's not actually what you do when you communicate with them for the first time or even what you say in the meeting. The key is actually what you're doing before you communicate with them, and that's what I call like the pre-work or the work leading up to the meeting or the communication. And here's the bottom line. First of all, think about what do they want. Okay, so you need to do a little bit of research on who your ideal center of influence's client is. So you're actually thinking from their perspective, who do they want an opportunity to sit down and meet with? Then what you do is you strategically go out and look for 2 to 3 people that need their services, are already likely working with someone, but aren't blown away with the person they have. You want to build relationships with those people. I'll show you exactly how to do that in a minute. And then by the time you reach out to the center of influence, you want to let them know, I wanted to learn a little bit more about the services that you offer XYZ niche. I actually have a few relationships currently that are a little unhappy with their professional. That is the best way for you to get in the door. And because you've genuinely put in the pre-meeting work where you have those relationships, it's not like a bait and switch, right? So here's what I mean. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to go after more accountants, CPAs, enrolled agents, etc. And you want to specifically find ones that are interested in working with small business owners. So what you're going to do is, if you already have small business owners that are either clients or friends or in your community or in your church, whatever it might be, you want to have a conversation with them about who they are using as their accountant. So, hey John, quick question for you. I was curious, who are you working with that does your accounting work, whether that's tax returns or bookkeeping, audit services, whatever it might be? I'm working with Sally over at XYZ firm. Interesting to hear. Let me ask you a question. Out of great, average, and poor, how would you rate your relationship with Sally? It's average. Average, okay, and why is that? I think Sally charges a fair price and she does a quick job, but nothing special. Interesting. If I built a relationship with somebody that I thought offered exceptional services to your type of niche or to somebody in your circumstance, would you like an introduction to that person? 9 times out of 10, that's going to be a yes, okay? So you need to have 4, 5, 6 conversations like that to find the 2 or 3 people that either say their current professional is poor or average. Those are the types of people now that you want to have in your back pocket when you reach out to the accountant that you're trying to form a relationship with. So again, you build the relationship, have the conversation, whether it's a client, it's a friend, it's a family member, it's a community member, it's a church member, etc. Have the conversation with them. Ask them how they would currently rate their professional, whatever professional you're trying to form a relationship with. Do that until you get 2 or 3 that say, my current professional's poor or my current professional's average. Then you go to the new professional, right? You reach out to, let's say again, it's a CPA. You say, is Sally Smith available? No, I just use Sally. Is John Smith available? Who's this? This is Anton Anderson. And what are you calling about? I have a few business owners in the community that are unhappy with the type of work that their current CPA is offering them. So I'd like to learn a little bit more about the type of work that John does. That's a very different request and introduction than saying something like, I'm with Northwestern Mutual or Morgan Stanley or New York Life or whatever, and we want to talk to him about incorporating financial services into his firm. Click. Like, that's the phone call they get twice a day, right? I had a CPA tell me one time, I get more financial advisors and insurance agents that call my office than I can shake a stick at. So you don't want to lead with that, okay? I work with business owners, or I have a few business owner relationships in the community that are unhappy with their current CPA or current attorney or whatever it is, again, that the niche that you're going after. And I'd like to find out a little bit more about the services that John, Ken, Sally, whoever you're calling, offer. Then when you get into the actual meeting with John, Ken, Smith, Sally, whatever the name of the center of influence is, you can lead with a genuine value proposition saying, I have multiple relationships with, enter the niche that you're going after or the CPA is going after, successful small business owners that are currently unhappy with the type of relationship that they have with their professional. So what I was hoping to do is learn a little bit more about the services that you offer to those types of professionals and see whether or not there's some synergy potentially between my practice and your practice. And if so, then I'd be interested in introducing these types of clients to you. Okay, so now here's the key thing, and maybe I'll record a future video on this if you would like me to. Just mention that in the chat box. The key thing is, we are not in that meeting like having a brief conversation and then just giving them the name and the phone number to the 2 or 3 referrals that you have. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing is we are interested in building a relationship with that center of influence. And if we both decide that this is mutually a beneficial relationship that we want to form, then I'd be willing to bring, for the first 2 or 3 opportunities for us to work together, I'd be willing to bring those clients or those prospects to the table and to lead them through a process that you and I will work on together. Okay, so this is not, here's the name and the phone number of these 2 or 3 individuals, like good luck, now hopefully you give me the name and phone number of individuals. Not that at all. It's, I'm willing to introduce these relationships into our partnership if we both decide to work with one another. Okay, so the purpose of this video is just to let you know the pre-work that you need to do before you actually start reaching out to the center of influence. If you want me to record a future video on how to handle that actual meeting number 1 and tee that up, I'd be happy to do it. Let me know in the chat box below. Every Friday we try to release new videos like this. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. That's very helpful. Also, if you have any questions, go ahead and type those in the chat box. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, you'll see a link to do that. Please go ahead and subscribe. That gives us a little notification and bump that people are actually enjoying the videos, and we'll record more of these in the future. All right, that's it. Anton Anderson again from Elite Resource Team, and look forward to talking with you in a future video.